So I'm going to make shakshuka, which is a really delicious dish of eggs poached in a spicy tomato stew. And I think this is a dish you can have any time of day. You can make it as a delicious evening meal in the oven, or you can cook it in the morning in the retained heat if you've used the oven the night before. And the ingredients I'm using are 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 large onions, 2 red peppers, 2 yellow peppers. It doesn't really matter what size you cut the onions and the peppers, but they should be about the same dice, that way they'll cook evenly. And then if you want a more chunky stew, then do larger dice. But if you want a much more smoother stew, then do really fine dice. 6 garlic cloves finely sliced, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of harissa, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I've got 2 pounds or 900 grams of chopped tomatoes and 6 free-range eggs. And I'm going to finish it with some cilantro, some crumbled feta cheese, and some toasted pine nuts. A skillet would be a good dish to make shakshuka in, but I'm going to use a cazuela dish because I think it makes for a nicer presentation. And I'm going to cook the dish more towards the open of the oven where the heat is more moderate and the dish is more accessible. So I'm going to start by toasting the cumin seeds till they become quite fragrant. Then I'll add some olive oil and then start frying the onions. Once the onions have softened, I'll add the paprika, the tomato paste, the harissa, and some salt and pepper. Then I'll add the peppers, and the garlic, and cook them till they're softened. That'll take about 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm going to add all the tomatoes and cook that for about another 15 to 20 minutes until I've got this really beautiful thick sauce. And while the stew is cooking, I'm going to toast some pine nuts. When the stew is ready, I'll make some little wells with the back of a spoon and then place an egg into each one. And I've cracked the eggs into individual ramekins. That way it'll be easier to place it in the stew. Then I'm going to cover it, put it back in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes until the eggs are set but the yolks are still soft. So that's ready, and all that's left for me to do is to sprinkle on some feta cheese, the pine nuts, some cilantro, and I'm going to serve it with some freshly made pita bread.